Hi everyone, my name's Geneva Calder, and today I'm here to review Asics' latest version of its fan favorite max cushion shoe, the Gel Nimbus 27. I was first drawn to version 26 of the shoe because I loved the oatmeal colorway and just how soft and cushiony the shoe was. But I had a hard time bringing it from the sales room floor out to the pavement for marathon training. Thanks to a couple of subtle changes, I might finally be able to say I can bring version 27 into my marathon training rotation. Now, before I go on, I just want to remind you to like and subscribe. We're putting out a lot more content this year, and you can always check out any of these shoes online at racketsandrunners.ca. While the version 26 might have already made you feel like you were walking in high heels, version 27 has actually added another 1.5 millimeters, making it 42.5 millimeters in stack height. While it's not one of the biggest noted changes in Asics Specs Guide, I really felt the difference when running in this new pair of shoes, but more on that later on. Like version 26, version 27 has an 8mm heel-to-toe drop, which is pretty standard for today's shoes. The shoe also continues to use Asics Pure Gel and FF Blast Plus Eco Foam to make it a light toe-off underfoot when you're running. The most notable spec change-up is the upper material, going from a more traditional, not-so-breathable knit material to a very breathable engineered jacquard mesh. That's good news for all my fellow heavy sweaters and rainy climate runners who need their shoes to be breathable and dry out fast. Now that you've gotten a bit of a primer on the tech, what can you expect from the fit? Now right off the bat, the Nimbus series has been by far the most luxurious lineup I've ever stepped foot in, and that's not an understatement. The pull tab, knit rib collar, and ortholite sock liner provide the most locked-in feeling the moment you're laced up. As a little bonus, the included insoles are some of the plushiest I've ever seen. Now let's talk toe box for a second. You have a pretty average width that carries on throughout the shoe, and then it really tapers nicely into a hugged heel. This really wide base just adds to the bulk of the shoe, so I'd suggest going true to size or even smaller if you're normally between two sizes. In my case, I made the mistake of going a half size bigger and became hyper aware of the plopping sound that it would make, especially when I was easing into the start of each run. Even with the unwanted bit of length, I never felt like the shoe was jostling or slipping around on my foot, which really speaks to the shoe's lockdown. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm loving the breathability. It makes it feel more like something I'm ready to go in a run in and not for something for just lounging at home. But don't worry, it's still got plenty of cushioning and loads of comfort. Overall, the Nimbus 27 gives us a super comfortable package to work with, but how does that translate to movement? While it is a neutral cushion shoe, the Nimbus 27 provides a lot of the standard stiff support that we come to expect from other rockered shoes, making it ideal for those who wear orthotics or have had a history of ankle injuries. There are a couple of other big wins with this shoe, one being the extra bit of foam really provides a more responsive ride, especially compared to the 26, which makes tough slogs like going up big hills so much easier. The heel to toe roll and overall nimbleness of the shoe make it a competitive option compared to other max cushion shoes on the market. Now, next to other shoes in my rotation, I noticed that I had a lot more leg freshness running in these shoes, which enabled me to survive my big build weeks. If you're more like me and have always preferred more minimalist shoes, I'd recommend you at least give models like this a try and see if it makes a difference for you. Like most shoes, the Nimbus 27 can't be a do-all unicorn, especially if you have a pretty varied training routine. Save it for easy to moderate days or long days when you're standing on your feet at work, but leave it at home when you're going to the track or to the gym. If you're newer to running and want something more comfortable on your feet to make the experience a little more enjoyable, the Nimbus is a great stylish option for you. Similarly, if you're someone with metatarsal pain, plantar fasciitis, or a history of ankle injuries, this shoe could also be perfect for you. Now, the Nimbus 27 may not be the most natural option for you if you have shorter, wider feet, as it's just not as natural of a fit for your foot. That being said, it does come in a range of widths, so definitely try it out if you've got access to it. If you have a history of knee pain, you may also want to opt for a lower heel to toe drop, as it'll take a little more pressure off of your knees when you run. Overall, the Gel Nimbus 27 has made some pretty exciting improvements to the Nimbus 26, erasing some of the doubts I had about logging longer miles in the 26. That's going to be it for this review. Thanks for tuning in, and please don't hesitate to share your thoughts and ideas in the comments. If you do want to try out the new Nimbus 27, don't hesitate to stop by our store and work with one of our shoe fitters, or you can check us out online at racketsandrunners.ca.